I'm just saying I only fight for Union armies despite living in the South.
Where's pen? I need a guillotine.
You just make one.
I could, but it wouldn't be as authentic.
Yeah,
We all know to be a true guillotine, it has to come from the guillotine region of France. Otherwise, it's a sparkling
bladed.
blade.
Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah, besides, if you get it from Penn, it's probably going to smell a bit of like Kleenex and coins.
That just means he cleaned it beforehand. That's a good thing, right?
No. That was a smells like jizz joke.
Maybe we should start.
Okay.
I just came here to vibe for 2 hours. Is there even a game going on?
Well, because most of you have nothing better to do on a Monday night, all by yourself on a Monday night again, pathetic.
Pissing all on your own, handsome.
Oh, all on my hands. Anyway, this will never get monetized. So let's get it going. It is another wonderful episode of the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy. Tonight we're returning to the Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies. I can never remember if it's dual or dual, but I guess we'll get to that. We'll go with
It's time to duel.
Yeah. We'll start with the most annoyed with me and work their way down. It's Oni Heart.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, it's just been more of the same. I'm just working on stuff and practicing the saxophone, and yeah, I have not been doing much except for what I have been doing because I've been kind of busy.
I get that.
Yeah. That's all I got.
I had some really good intros and I literally just flushed them all. No,
That's called ADHD.
yeah, it's called I'm also obliteratedly exhausted. Coming to you live from the back of the squad car, it's Shy.
I mean, they can't exactly hang anything on me. Hi, I am Shy. I am a ninja girl who likes to play video games, such as Final Fantasy XIV, Stardew Valley, and many other things that I keep swearing I'm working on, and not busy screwing around trying to manhandle OBS still. But yeah, you can catch me with the AI Banui, Lania Kea, over there when she goes live, and also here for Mondays with voice acting, and Wednesdays with Fallout 76, where we go and blow up stuff with paws. So yeah, thanks for having me, and hey, let's have fun tonight.
Somehow, still writing. It's Lon.
Hi, I'm Lon. I got my new Skytech, and I haven't set it up yet because I want to make sure that we can do Fallout on Wednesday. But I am so excited. It probably will delay my return a little bit as I get used to the new thing and have to set, like, all of my settings and back up and download shit again and all of that. But, you know, I'll be back eventually. Probably playing RPGs of some kind or another. Yeah, that's what I got. Juicy right. I got nothing.
Newest homeowner, little Sharky.
Well, that's not quite for another month, but I am under contract, so congratulations, I guess.
Congratulations.
Also, if you are ever in the middle of a job transition and about to try to purchase a home, pick one, because yesterday was my first full day off in 3.5 months. Hi,
Yay.
I'm Sharky. I'm old. I'm too tired to be here. Let's have a good time.
Last but not least, it's another cat, but just a lot grumpier. It's Chrisseries.
That's true. I am the personification of Grumpy Cat. Hi, my name is Chris Hughes. I lead the Raid Group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm also trying to figure out what else I want to work on now that my move is finally almost over. Currently, I'm offline torturing myself with Betrayal in Antara, which has possibly one of the worst RNG systems I've ever encountered.
Borderlands 1 has entered the chat.
One of the worst RNG systems you've encountered so far.
Miss 10 times on an 85% chance to hit in a row.
Yeah, that's like XCOM.
Sounds like dot hack.
Yeah, sounds
I
like
was
that.
gonna say that's FF Tactics odds, so
Yeah.
you know.
All right, let me fire this up. Oh god, this works better when everything's like selected properly. There we go. When we last left off, I believe we were chilling in the QB Manor. Ugh.
So the crime scene was locked tight at the time. Ugh, this is a tough one.
The only people in that locked room were the deceased, the alderman, and the mayor.
Maybe the killer hid somewhere in that room.
But is there really anywhere to hide in the Fox Chamber?
That was quite a day in court. The news just can't stop talking about how the demon Tenmataro made an appearance.
There's never an exorcist around when you need one, to be honest.
Well, I heard the judge actually held an exorcism in his courtroom after that.
Good. Well, let's hope it's the last we'll see of that pain in the neck yokai.
I don't know. I have a feeling Tenmataro could exorcise an exorcist.
As an attorney defending a demon, I kind of know exactly how that feels.
I think I know what we gotta do.
Yeah, what you got?
Go anywhere else but here. I think actually we gotta find what's his name.
Filch?
Either him or fucking what's his name?
Oh, LaBelle.
French boy.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, maybe somebody else. Somebody that might know anything about that little statue we found.
Oh no, she's still just blasting me right in the face.
Like the detention center, maybe?
Maybe? Alright. Nah, she's
Okay.
still blasting us right in the face.
Everywhere.
Maybe the Fox Chamber?
Oh my god, no!
Maybe?
Shine.
I am everywhere. I am Legion.
Oh no!
Oh god.
It's me this time.
Maybe
the
there's
heck?
something else you gotta show to LaBelle? Because he's the only one who's there.
I'm gonna show him my fucking cock and balls right on his forehead.
It's not really showing. It's not.
Am I keeping this, or is this going to
I
Sharkles?
I do not give a shit.
Go for it, Lon.
I was gonna.
I haven't got to watch Lon perform in a while.
What was that? Oni?
That's what she
I was
said.
gonna
Oh,
say Sharky should probably, since he hasn't been here.
Oh gosh, what voice did I even do for this one?
incredibly gay.
I was doing just offensive levels of stereotypically gay.
It's
Oh,
okay because you
boy.
are.
Yath, do you always go around sticking your hand in other people's faces?
It's a
Oh,
bad time to take a sip of water.
yeah. Oh no! I just wanted to show you this.
Ah, yes, you do have something in that grimy paw of yours. But I only have eyes for things of beauty. Now, if you would excuse me.
I guess I'll only look at stuff that interests him. Okay, maybe we...
Have we presented him that we found his bullshit yet?
Yeah, but like, we're like, oh no, it's too early for that.
Oh, fair.
Hey, there's a bunch of staves here, and it looks like one is missing. The Tenmataro Jinx he saw must have taken it.
I'd have to agree. These look like the one Detective Fulbright showed us.
Why do you think there are so many here?
Maybe they're spares. Tenmataro might be, absent-minded or something. But the fact that he has spare staves handy, well, it shows that he's aware of his faults and is trying to deal with them.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Or at least that's my take on it.
Maybe this will remind her to deal with her own faults. But I won't hold my breath.
Guess that about wraps it up. What now? Cookies?
Well, we should probably talk to some of the witnesses again.
You mean like Mr. Filch and Jinxie?
Yeah, I really want to ask Mr. Filch about the village superstitions, and Tenmataro. Not there.
Probably the foyer now this time.
Yay, there we go.
April 18th, QB Manor, Foyer.
It's the curse of Tenmataro.
Eek!
You outsiders are ignoring those superstitions at our peril. Mind your own business, won't you?
Ouch! What's all this about a curse?
Tenmataro's gonna curse us all unless you stop sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop the investigation and listen to what I have to say.
Right, how about obeying the law before you go obeying the superstitions?
Huh?
Why is he wearing our
Mm-hmm.
necklace?
Hey, what are you doing with Witched around your neck? He's mine! You know better than to go around stealing people's stuff like that.
The same goes for my bracelet.
Sorry. I promise I won't do it again.
I'm going to push him down the stairs.
You say that to me all the time.
I almost kidnapped my sweet little widget.
The big jerk!
The big duck!
I'm sorry.
I guess you can't teach an old raccoon dog new tricks. As long as we have him here, I guess we should ask him about what happened.
Okay, but why though?
This man just looks like he smells of cheese.
believe you did that. It's one thing to steal a pair of shoes, but to steal widget.
Grrr.
Yikes! Mercy, mercy. I can't seem to control myself. It's that thieving blood running through my veins.
Thieving blood? What's that supposed to mean?
Glad you asked. The famous bandit Atsuki Kozo was my grandpappy. Take a gander at this.
What exactly am I looking at? It's like another one of those yokai to me.
It's none other than the Azuki Kozo. Robbed from the rich and gave to the poor, he did. And he'd leave one of these figures at the scene of the crime.
Oh, so you're saying he's not smart. He basically just lets people know he stole from them.
What's more, I'm his grandson, because he was my grandpappy.
That's usually how it works, Chief.
Yeah. Wow, congrats on understanding how babies work.
It's thieves' honor. It's the honest truth.
There's no honor amongst thieves. Who is this idiot?
The sloshing sound of Atsuki beans scraping together in the dead of night. It's the magical sound of dirty money getting washed clean for giving out to the poor. I am Azuki Kozo, washer of money, giver outer of wealth, reborn.
So Robin Hood, but not.
Culturally distinct Robin Hood.
Ellipses. Forget the money. You should be washing yourself of this nasty habit.
Well, wait a second. This figure looks familiar. Yeah, it looks just like that old dusty figure we found in the Forbidden Chamber.
Hey! What are you doing with that there figure?
Oh, this? We found it in the Forbidden Chamber. Looks like it'd been there practically forever.
Could be my grandpappy broke into the Forbidden Chamber way back. Hey, that reminds me, he once told me there's treasure in that there chamber.
Treasure? What do you know about the treasure in the Forbidden Chamber?
Only that it's the greatest get-rich-quick chance in the universe. Grandpappy told me all about it. Says there's an amazing treasure in there.
There's something amazing in there? I didn't see anything like that, though. Your grandfather didn't by chance already steal it, did he?
Seeing how there was one of his figurines in there, that just might be. That's Grandpappy for you. Bet he washed up that treasure real good before handing it out to the poor.
Oh, of course. Because he was so righteous. In court, you mentioned seeing Temataro near the scene of the crime?
Sorry I didn't come clean right away, but them superstitions got the better of me.
The people of Ninetales Vale seem to be a superstitious bunch. I'm not surprised you wouldn't want to talk about seeing Temataro.
Darn right, them superstitions scare me out of my wits, I tell you. That's why I'm gonna do exactly what they say from now on.
So you plan on staying here in Ninetales Vale?
Yep, I'm gonna keep living right here and keep with the old ways, just like Grandpappy did. Them superstitions are like a rule book to me.
Wait, so you're saying you actually believe in those old wives' tales?
Ain't you been listening to a word I said?
You're going to do exactly what them superstitions say. Well, I say baloney. Fucking way to go, Eagles. It's clearly written right here. Ignoring the superstitions will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village.
Ah,
Well, then I guess according to this, you shouldn't even be here, let alone talking about it with us. You said you plan on staying right here in Ninetails Vale. But if you really believed in the superstitions, you'd have been long gone by now.
what?
I know you've been lying to me. It's time to come clean, Mr. Felch.
Yeah.
You were lying about believing in the superstitions, weren't you?
Sorry, but I didn't have no choice.
So what was the real reason why you couldn't talk about seeing Temataro?
It's all that pretty boy's fault, Mr. LaBelle, if you know what I mean. He told me not to say a word about seeing no Tenmataro. Said if I did, he would do to me what them
Philadelphia
superstitions
sports
said would
shitting
happen.
the bed. So it was Mr. LaBelle who muzzled you? Why would Mr. LaBelle want to scare you into silence?
Mr. LaBelle was trying to protect that little maid girl. It was on account of that rumor, the one about her being possessed.
That rumor again?
I guess we really do have to talk to Mayor Tenma about the possession rumor.
Ouch, hey, watch it!
Village superstitions stolen by Phineas Filch.
I'll be taking this back now. It's kind of like family to me.
No you won't. That's literal evidence.
Stop me, bitch.
You could have just asked instead of stealing it.
Sure can't. It's not in my blood.
Was that all we wanted to ask, Mr. Filch?
Yeah, I think that was it. Let's go see Mr. Temataro one more time. Just thinking about dealing with that yokai again makes me want to say pass.
April 18th, Detention Center. Visitors Room.
Lord Tenma, your attorneys are here to see you, your malevolence.
Why are you speaking like that?
Oh, Mayor Tenma, you returned.
Yes, well, Jinchi came by earlier to apply a new charm to my head. It seems to be suppressing that demon within me.
Well, that's a relief. Maybe we'll actually get somewhere this time.
So, what can I do for you today?
Well, we'd like to ask about the rumor that Jingxi is possessed. She allegedly left the yokai evidence at the scene while under a demon's power. At least, that's what the prosecution is going to claim at tomorrow's trial. Huh?
No matches this warding charm for me.
Ah! The charm!
And Mataro's back.
Those foolish mortals. They shall regret blaming the child for my doings.
Joke artist. Ah, I blew it. That question brought the yokai back. And he probably won't drop the act until Jinshi's name is cleared either. We'd like to ask you about something your aide Florent LaBelle mentioned. Did you know Jinxie is rumored to be possessed?
I know not of what you speak.
You're not trying to protect Jinxie, are you?
I, Tenmataro, demon lord of the yokai, protect a mere mortal? No affections do I possess for your race of humans.
Imagine losing to Kirk Cousins. Please, we already proved there was a third party disguised as a yokai at the scene. But if you deny that tomorrow, we'll never be able to clear Mayor Tenma's name.
But I have already told you, I know not of what you speak.
I don't think we'll get anything more out of him.
It's all over unless we can somehow prove that Jinxie didn't plant that yokai evidence.
Hey, Apollo. I think I've got this one. I think I can prove that she didn't do it.
Really?
Sure. I should be able to use psychology to explain that whole possession thing.
Oh, great. Knock yourself out then. I mean, seriously. Well, I guess I can really count on her when it counts.
Mayor Tenma, Jinxie isn't possessed. I believe her so-called possession episodes are a form of somnambulism.
Somnambulism? You mean sleepwalking?
Yes, I believe she is exhibiting a rare form of the disorder. It's usually brought on by repressed stress. Mr. Mayor, didn't her symptoms start soon after she began her job in Ninetails Vale?
When the child visited last, she did speak of dreading yokai and how they rob her of sleep each night.
I knew it! That lack of sleep is causing her to enter an unconscious state. And that means she can't be trying to protect you, at least not on a conscious level.
So then, the Tenma Taro that was spotted at the manor wasn't Jinxie.
Sleepwalking, eh? That would, indeed, explain the matter.
Look, Tenma Taro's spirit. It's left the mayor's body.
Can you tell us the truth now, Mayor Tenma?
Very well. It's the least I can do for a superb exorcist such as you.
Oh wow, yeah, it's just so good.
Mayor Tenma, you didn't leave those feathers and tracks at the scene, did you?
I did not. Neither I nor Jinchi have anything to do with that. That was the killer's doing, no doubt.
I knew it.
You suspect Florent is behind all this? But why? Did he really want Ninetails veiled that badly?
Well, can you think of any reason why?
Hmm. Looking back, he did seem fixated on Tenmataro for a spell. Ah, could it be? Perhaps he was attempting to release Tenmataro.
Yeah, sure, bro. That's crazy! Are you saying that yokai is real?
Whatever the case, Tenmataro brings nothing but pain and misfortune. It's as the superstition warns. You must not gaze upon him, nor free him from his prison.
But how can people actually believe that?
Well, at least we know who's behind this whole Tenmataro thing now.
Yeah, and I think we need to have another nice long chat with Mr. LaBelle.
Your dinner is ready, Your Malevolence.
Ah, an offering to the Demon King. You may place it right here.
The kitchen crew poured their heart and soul into making it.
Did they now? Souls happen to be a favorite of mine. Just hold the hearts next time. Caw, 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 caw.
Yes, Your Malevolence. I'll remember that.
How long is he planning to keep up this yokai charade? Well, you've already talked to Mr. Filch and Mayor Tenma, so why don't we go see if Laurent LaBelle next? I mean, now that we know the truth. He won't be able to claim that the Tenmataro was Jinxie or the mayor anymore.
But the real question is, how are we going to get him to admit it was him?
With the power of God and this gun that I found. No?
I think that would be considered coercing a confession.
Oh,
April
if the
18th.
legal system matters in this game?
That's a fair point. April 18th, QB Manor Foyer.
Right. Okay. Chrissy, have you finished whatever you're drinking?
Yes. Thank you. for
Okay,
checking.
so it's safe for me to act?
Yeah.
Got one. Okay. Now let's practice that again, Felchie. From the top.
Mr. LaBelle was in the foyer at the time of the crime. And when we heard a scream, heck, what was the next part again?
Fritz. You have the memory capacity of a flea. This is the 13th time. No, wait. 30th time. Now, 100 more times and we're done.
What on earth are they practicing?
Flying to court.
Oh, I ain't cut out for this. Oopsie daisy.
Oh, what?
Oh, begging your pardon, Miss LaBelle, sir. It's just all of this braggy yipes.
Unbelievable. What if you had sullied my outfit with those grubby paws of yours? You're a dirty boy.
Did Filch LaBelle's wallet just now?
what do you think they're up to in this time, Apollo?
Hmm? Oh, it's you two. Eavesdropping, are we? Peasants are so tacky. Well, what do you want from me?
Your confession to being Tenmataro imposter would be actually what I want. Mr. Filch filled me in on a conversation you two had. And about how you told him not to say a word about seeing Tenmataro. Hi, Allie. What's up, trans biologist? Cecil?
LJ, you fool!
How was stream?
I told you nothing good would come from running your mouth.
So, why did you want to keep Mr. Filch quiet like that, Mr. LaBelle?
Why? To protect darling little Jinxie. Of course.
But Jinxie was never really possessed. She was sleepwalking. Yeah. Being asleep at the time, she couldn't have been consciously trying to protect the mayor. That also means she couldn't have possibly been Tenmataro. Yeah? Were you running a Pokemon today, or 9 Souls?
Going with this?
Well, since you asked so politely, I believe you have a different reason for trying to keep Mr. Filch quiet. Oh, well, super close. That reason would be to deflect doubt away from the one who was really Tenmataro.
No.
Yeah,
this
we
is
almost
getting
pulled off a PB in 15 today. Just not enough luck.
Are you insinuating that I'm Tenmataro? So sorry to disappoint. I'm nothing of the sort.
That's right, Mr. LaBella. Ow!
I fed Tenmataro with Jinxie. You fool. Honestly, you have a memory capacity of a
Yeah, I'm in no
flea.
rush.
Practice it 100 more times.
I still have infinite fusion and like a dragon to get good at.
Yay!
So, have you been called to testify tomorrow?
Yes, I'm so looking forward to my courtroom debut. You'll just have to wait until then.
Oh, I'll be waiting for the special piece of evidence I've been saving just for you.
Felche, wake up, you lazy bones.
Oh, what was I sleeping?
Yeah, it could be better.
Must have been that sweet cologne of yours, Miss LaBelle. Made me right sleepy, it did.
Well, it's time for your lesson on what to do and say tomorrow.
Should you really be coaching this much in front of opposing counsel?
No.
Oh, I'm begging you, not another lesson. I ain't cut out for thinking and remembering stuff.
Mood, Filch, mood.
Right up the schnozzler.
I know there's at least 3 people in chat that this is like their dream scenario.
Keep quiet. Do exactly as I say.
No, please. Anything but another lesson.
There they go.
I feel like I need a
Sure,
shower after that.
I'm sure I've offended at least half of your chat with that accent.
Missed our chance to get the truth out of him.
Yeah, but we'll get the proof we need in court tomorrow, one way or another. All that's left now is that lie Jinxie told us. We better go clear that up before tomorrow.
You think they're done questioning Jinxie?
Maybe. Let's see if she's over on Yokai Lane shopping for more charms.
April 18th, Ninetales Vale, Yokai Lane.
Cursed Nine-Tails Fox. My grudge has been...
She's
Wait,
just
is this a
doing her
repeat?
own thing, brother.
Oh, sorry. I got nothing.
She must be possessed or sleepwalking again.
Maybe if I speak softly, I won't startle her and get the charm plastered on my forehead. Psst. Jingshi. Hey, Jingshi.
Hello, Mr. Demon Lawyer. Oh, my charms must have fallen off again.
Whew. Guess I can avoid a charm slap by toning down my cords of steel.
Have they done
Yeah, welcome in,
questioning
Raiders.
yet,
Hopefully you had a
Jingshi?
good time with Allie. I'm Kios. This is the cast. We're doing some Phoenix Wright Dual Destinies.
Uh-huh. And on the way back, they stopped here to buy a new charm that was just released.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Oh, one with the Nine-Tails Fox and Tamataro. Shows them dancing together.
Really? Two bitter rivals dancing together.
That's what the adults tell me they're doing.
Oh, right. For the municipal merger issue.
No, for the demon lawyer and insomniac prosecutor. They'll stop you two from fighting, like you did in court this morning.
We weren't fighting, it was just a... I'm going to hurt you.
Raise your voice one more time, motherfucker. No fighting.
Charm slapped again.
How long have you done playing around? Let's find out what she was lying about.
Jingshi, it seems like you're starting to remember things. You already said that the feathers and tracks weren't there when you discovered the crime. Have you remembered anything else that seems important?
Do you remember the 23rd of September? Yeah, like what?
Well, tell us what you saw that day, because I don't. Maybe you'll remember something else this time.
When I opened the door, Papa and Alderman QB were collapsed in the Fox chamber. That's when Papa told me to call an ambulance, and for some reason the police. That's all he said. I passed out.
I knew it! She's holding something back. Apollo, Jesus, bro.
My eyes are up here, asshole.
Oh, was it the double blink there?
I don't know.
It's the talisman.
Ah.
Eek.
Ow.
Don't shout like that. Nearly scared the wits out of me. Don't stare at my chest either. It's creepy.
Guess that wasn't right. No. Alright, round 2.
My eyes are up here.
Or maybe it's when it stops wiggling.
Maybe?
Gotcha!
Eek.
Nope.
I'm getting deja vu. Buy me a bra if you're gonna keep staring.
Gotcha!
There we go. Apparently I was just a millisecond too late. You said you were very nervous, or you were very nervous when you said that's all he said, weren't you? I know because I saw your fingers move as if you were going to slap someone with a charm.
Huh?
Listen to me, Jingxi. This is very important. Did Mayor Tenma say anything else to you?
It was, nothing. Just talking in his sleep. Like I
Talking
am
in
now.
his sleep? So you admit that he did say something else?
Yeet. How could you tell? Only a demon has such powers. Like I said, it's just talking in his sleep. I mean, why else would Papa say something like that?
Could you be a little bit more specific?
No. Before he fainted, he said, "Forgive me." Wait. "Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed Alderman QB."
He said what? The mayor actually confessed to the crime. Jesus fuck.
Is that a good Oni impression?
I thought it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't mean it. Couldn't possibly have known what he was saying. Probably possessed or like a nightmare, like I am right now. Talking to you.
A nightmare? No, this is a nightmare. This is
I just
one
saw-
statement I wish I'd never heard. What in the world are we going to do now? Return to the basics?
That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. It's a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon, brah.
Right. Just believe in my client. Even if all I can see ahead is darkness and despair.
Jingxi, does Prosecutor Blackquill know about your father's confession?
I didn't mention it when he was questioning me.
Good. Good. Don't.
I mean, there's no way Papa's the killer.
Why would the mayor confess like that?
Could he really have been dreaming or simply delirious?
Who knows, but I sure feel like I'm having a nightmare right now. And it's not the one about the psychotic man-eating cookie. Apollo, what are we going to do at tomorrow's trial?
I don't fucking know.
The crime scene was locked tight when Jinxie arrived and her clients even. Not only that, Jinxie has been accused of planting the yokai evidence. But what the mayor and Jinxie are going to prison if we don't do something.
Yeah, I know. Well, let's see. A lack of a third party in the locked room is a major problem. Jingxi has testified that when she first opened the door, Alderman QB and Mayor Tenma were the only people she saw in the Fox chamber.
But the real killer must have been hiding in there as well.
Considering the room was locked tight, that's the only logical explanation.
Our mystery person must have then fled the Fox chamber when it was open. And that's when Jingxi saw what she thought was Tenmataro.
But Papa and the aldermen were the only people there. I didn't see anyone else.
What is going on here? LaBelle's extremely pale, but he's far from transparent.
Stop
Preach.
it.
So, just how did he hide himself at the scene of the crime?
Whatever it takes in court tomorrow, Apollo. We have to take down that dirty, rotten Tenmataro Florent LaBelle.
Right. We'll get him with legal exorcism. Justice style.
We are so fucked.
Stop it.
Apollo's gonna start loosening up his jaw for the judge. Did you know that
I don't
Apollo
think
Justice...
he's going to have to loosen it very much.
Apollo Justice got lockjawed down at the dick-sucking factory. And all he got was this shirt that says he got lockjawed down at the dick-sucking factory, as previously mentioned. Ugh. I gotta grab wooder, but should be good to go.
April 19th, 9:30 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 4.
There we go. Now I'm not dying. Yeah, I know that's not it, Pen. You would know better anyway.
Who's judging?
Court is back in session for the trial of Damien Tenma.
Apollo Justice, defense team leader is ready, Your Honor.
Nina Sykes, assistant defender, is ready, Your Honor. Je suis prêt.
As chipper as ever, I see, and in French no less. And the prosecution? Very well then. By the way, I asked Detective Fulbright to provide sturdier shackles today. There will be no more of your funny business this time, Professor Blackquill. Now, your opening statement, if you would. I believe it's standard procedure for the prosecution to handle that.
Also, we're on for bingo on Thursday, Allie.
Looks like the judge is really bringing it today. Did he eat Wheaties?
He probably realized how Blackwell played him. That was one mean game of Simon Says.
Yeah, his honor has to fight to defend his honor today.
Your boldness. It's plain to see that you've always dreamed of delivering an epic opening statement.
I have, but I don't know if I'd say that.
Why, of course you have. I saw it in your eyes last time you gave the opening statement. Oh, that was the look of one who yearns deeply for the thrill of an epic opening statement. For decades now, you've been watching opening statements from your bench. They were the crown jewels of the court, the one thing you could not possess.
The crown jewels of the court.
Now, at long last, they are within your grasp. How could you possibly refuse?
I've got some crown jewels for you, buddy. Oh, so you don't mind if I do it then?
I'll make a special exception just this once.
Here we go again.
Yep, more of Black Quill's mind games.
Well, in that case, I think I might go ahead and make the opening statement myself.
Objection. It's not your fucking job.
In yesterday's session, we learned the shocking truth that the victim, Alderman Rex QB, was the Amazing Ninetails. We also learned that the Amazing Ninetails was a key figure in the yokai craze and the anti-merger protests. It was further revealed that upon learning Rex QB's secret identity, Mayor Damien Tenma murdered him. The fact that the crime took place in a tightly locked room was also brought to light.
Wouldn't this constitute a mistrial already?
Your mom's a mistrial.
Yeah, the judge really is not supposed to say that the defendant did a murder.
Did a murder.
Did a murder.
And the only people in that tightly locked room were the victim and the defendant. The defense proposed the existence of a hypothetical third party. But further investigation revealed no proof of the third party who'd escaped the room.
Ergo,
We must conclude that the evidence against the defendant is conclusive. Did I say something wrong?
that was quite astonishing. You've truly outdone yourself this time.
Dick.
Oh, one more thing to boast about to my grandchild. I was told I did good by a convicted murderer.
Well, this was not an unexpected turn of events.
Now then, it seems the prosecution has called a new witness to testify.
Oh boy.
The inexplicable yokai evidence left at the scene of the crime. Well, does that not demand some sort of explanation?
The feathers and drags weren't those left by the mayor while he was possessed.
That was but an act to protect his daughter.
Oh, yes, of course. I had suspected as much. With all three of my brain cells.
Wait. Did he actually win? Did he actually believe the mayor's award-winning performance?
His daughter was the one who planted the yokai evidence. Ergo, the true identity of the yokai in the manor was the manor's maid, Jinshi Tenma.
Objection!
The prosecution is engaging in mere conjecture.
Would you care for some witness testimony then? If I'm ready to prove that little scamp is the one behind the Temataro farce.
Witness testimony? I'll bet he means Felch and that creepoid LaBelle.
Very well then. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Oh no. Mr. Filch, you made a quite hasty exit yesterday. See that it doesn't happen again today. Been known for my hasty retreat since I was a kid. Bit of a trademark of mine. Indeed, you managed to give a total of 5 bailiffs the slip. Like those amateurs could ever nab me, eh? Yeah.
Perhaps we should shackle you by the neck. That would keep you in place.
Yeah, no, please. I'm liable to rip my own head off if I start running.
Your statement now.
Yes, sir. Mr. Blackhead, sir.
He may be the hasty retreat, but there's no escaping Prosecutor Blackwell.
Yeah. Blackwell doesn't strike me as the give up easy type.
Now then, Mr. Filch, your testimony, please. Specifically, the true nature of the yokai you saw on the banners shortly after the crime. Temataro's really that little maid girl, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, the Tenmataro I saw was just a little thing about her size. But the little runt has a big old staff. I seen it when she came flying into the foyer. Betcha she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene. She was gonna use it to wallop me on account of my fierce reputation. I just know it. So Tenmataro is short in stature. And that's because it was Miss Xingxi Tenma all along. You betcha. Besides, all the rest in the manor were way taller than her.
Feigning height is but an easy thing. But a big ox like the defendant could never pass for short.
Well, what if the Temataro impersonator was walking on their knees?
Wasn't no knee walking, I seen it myself.
I am willing to bet money no one has ever gotten on their knees in front of this man.
It's quite rude of you to say.
It smells like diesel fuel, cheese, and Clorox.
That's extremely rude of you to say.
You know the joke about, like, oh, they still have money from their first paper route? That dude's got schmegma hidden behind his foreskin since, like, the first time he whacked it.
That's one thing I've never really understood is people not taking proper care of themselves.
You know, like, I don't get it either. Just pull it back. Pull it back and give it a scrub.
Wash your shit.
Yeah, wash your dick. Chat, go wash your dick.
Then perhaps the yokai really was Miss Tenma after all.
All monsters are not but tricks, either the mind or the cheap parlor variety.
34 years old, and I have to tell people to
So
wash their
you're saying
penises.
She created an illusion like one
Doing
of those
God's
magical
work.
eye thing.
Precisely. Human senses are easily deceived. Take this fellow in the cell next to me. Each night, he cries and screams about some ghost he thinks he sees.
It's like deodorant at a fighting game tournament.
But in truth, it was simply the janitor.
Professor Prosecutor Brackwell just gave up the ghost. Literally.
Uh,
The janitor's deathly complexion and all white attire are, well, no doubt, partially to blame. That and the fact that he constantly mutters about taking vengeance for this or that.
that actually sounds like a real ghost to me.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it was a really good statement. I'm glad I was brought in.
Tenmataro's really that little maid gal, ain't no doubt about it. I mean, the Tenmataro I saw was just a little thing about his size. But the little runt had a big old staff. I seen it when she came into the foyer. Bet you she stole it from the Forbidden Chamber after stumbling on the crime scene.
From the locked room that no one had a key for, and how do you know there's a staff in there anyway? It would seem that Temataro was, in fact, not this innocent little girl.
Huh? How do you figure that?
Well, you claim the Temataro you saw had one of those staves from the Forbidden Chamber, but it would have been impossible for Miss Temma to get a hold of one.
Care to elaborate, Mr. Justice?
No, fuck off. The mayor swallowed this key shortly after the murder. He wanted to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber.
What's this?
This key was deep in the mayor's stomach when Ms. Temma discovered the crime scene. So you see, it would have been impossible for her to get into the Forbidden Chamber. In short, the Temataro seen holding that staff could not have been Jinxie Temma.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? But, excuse me. Then who does the defense believe was impersonating Tenmataro?
Our Temataro impersonator is none other than Mayor...
Such accusations beg evidence. Aside from his ghastly appearance, can you prove he is the yokai we seek?
Yes, in fact I can. Smart ass.
Very well, let's see where the defense is going with this. Mr. Justice, please show us proof as to the true identity of the Tenmataro impersonator.
What up, dick neck? We found this hand cream in the Forbidden Chamber. And we know that whoever was Temataro took one of the staves out of there. In short, I believe whoever this hand cream belongs to is the yokai impersonator we're looking for.
But Mr. Justice, how do you propose to identify the hand cream's owner?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Your Honor. The defense requests a fingerprint analysis on this piece of evidence. It might tell us who it belongs to.
Interesting. So you expect to find yokai fingerprints? Very well. I hereby call a short recess while we wait for the fingerprint results.
Oh, okay.
No need for that, your boldness. We have the prints of everyone at the manor that day. You called, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Could anyone be more whipped? Yes, and I have seen it.
Fulbright, analyze this for prints. You have 3 minutes. Your wish is my command.
Very well then. I guess we'll just stare at you for a minute.
No pressure. Don't fuck it up.
It would seem the fingerprint analysis is complete.
What do the results show?
What in the world?
They're Florent LaBelle's prints, aren't they?
This is absurd.
Prosecutor Blackwell? Oh, fuck. What is it now?
Don't tell me. They're Tenmataro's prints.
Fingerprint analysis has revealed that the prints belong to
Me.
Phineas Filch.
Objection!
What? Wait, what? What?
Mr. LaBelle was the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
Objection!
Why, you tricksy little Tanuki. Explain yourself now.
Sure, them prints are mine. I mean, I did pilfer that hand cream from Mr. LaBelle after all.
Ew. So you're the one who entered the Forbidden Chamber?
So what if I did? Got a problem with that? Yeah,
You fool of a Tanuki!
Order! Order? Mr. Justice, care to explain what this could mean?
Excellent question. The fact that Mr. Filch was in the Forbidden Chamber. Wait a second. Does this mean the Tenmataro holding that staff was Phineas Filch?
yanked another cat out of the bag.
Oh god, just go ahead and admit to everything.
Mr. Filch is Tenmataro?
I don't understand. Does this mean Mr. Filch is the real killer?
The witness will explain himself right now.
I'm begging your pardon, your honorship, but I was just doing what the alderman told me.
Oh, okay, so that makes it better.
He wanted me to be Tenmataro in the village exorcism ritual.
Oh, you mean that event at the Nine Tails Vale Festival? So that was you inside the Tenmataro costume.
Yeah, and after that, I went to go watch that pro wrestling program. But it bored me to tears on account of the wrestlers being complete jobbers.
So he didn't actually watch the entire wrestling match.
That's when I looked at the Tenmataro costume and got a great idea. Nobody can tell it's me while I'm wearing it. And because of them superstitions, no matter what I do, the villagers won't say no word.
In other words, you use the superstitions to effectively render yourself invisible.
Why did you want to enter the Forbidden Chamber in the first place?
Because of the treasure there. Thought that was my big chance to sneak on in and nab it.
You're a horrible employee. Holy fuck. Treasure?
Like you're any better. It's only the greatest get-rich-quick scheme in the universe.
What, a crypto pump and dump?
Basically.
Crypto Pump and Dump is the name I used to dance under.
Really?
That must have been a great show.
Crypto pump and dump is just a superstition anyway.
You know, that used to be my
Grandpappy told me
name when I
all-
was dancing. Don't fucking throw shade at me like that, Oni. I saw that. He went in there not knowing his grandfather had already pilfered it?
Yes, that's one tale passed down from grandpappy to grandson.
Wait, how exactly did you get into the Forbidden Chamber? There was a meeting in the Fox Chamber that day. Plus, the mayor swallowed the only key that could open the Forbidden Chamber's door. You couldn't have possibly gotten in.
I could enter through the air vent in the foyer. The vent's to the left of the alderman's pictures. I went on in and made a nice little hole. Use that to get in the air ducts that leads into the Forbidden Chambers, I did.
Okay, but how did you get out? You what?
Even possible. Wait a sec. Remember that air vent in the Forbidden Chamber? So Mr. Filch found a way to get into that air duct. And that's how he got from the foyer vent to the Forbidden Chamber vent.
So Tenmataro was nothing more than a cat or tanuki burglar. We're back to being without anyone to charge for the alderman's murder.
Looks like our so-called yokai is nothing more than one big troublemaker.
Well, tell me, Mr. Filch, what did you do after fleeing the foyer?
I got out of that costume right quick. Would have just caused trouble at that point.
And where is that costume now?
Heck if I know, and it ain't my fault if you never find it.
The police searched every nook and cranny. No yokai costume was left in that manor.
What if it was tossed outside the manor? No. Oh, come on. Maybe.
The defense seems to have hit upon an idea. Go on, kid.
Okay, here's what I think. Mr. Filch, did you get rid of the costume here? The window? Did you toss it out the window? Because that would certainly explain why it didn't turn up inside the manor.
You think I tossed it out the window? That costume cost me a pretty penny. So why would I go do something like that?
I can think of a few reasons.
Any bright ideas, Paula?
Well, assuming the costume really was tossed out from the window, then the next question would be, what happened to it after that? And if I'm right, I might have just the thing to prove what happened to the costume. Phineas Filch! I have just the evidence for you.
You do?
This evidence proves you got rid of your Temataro costume through the window.
That's... Tenmataro flying through the sky?
Yes.
And just how does that prove Mr. Filch threw his costume out the window?
Yeah, it's quite simple. That's not Temataro in the photo. It's the costume Mr. Filch threw out.
Oh, that's crazy talk. You ain't serious, are you?
There's a steep cliff right outside the foyer window, meaning the manor's pretty high up. The costume flew through the air after it was tossed out, and that's when the photo was taken. In other words, the photo of Temataro really was a flight of fancy.
Yeah.
Oh my! So there never was a yokai.
Well, I can't keep any of them cats bagged. Can I still file a claim for the lost costume?
This more than proves the defense's position. Jinchi Tema had nothing to do with staging the yokai sighting.
Care to raise any objections, Prosecutor Blackquill?
None whatsoever. I'll deal with that tricksy Tanuki after I've dealt with this case.
We did it!
Get going. All we have to do is make Florent LaBelle take the stand.
Objection!
Sheathing the sword a bit early, are we not? Nothing has been proven beyond a doubt. Take this tricksy little Tanuki, for instance. How do you suppose he was able to exit the Forbidden Chamber?
Probably the same way he got in, through the chamber's air vent.
And what of the feathers in the tracks at the scene of the crime? They would suggest that the Tanuki exited through the chamber door, not the air vent.
Objection!
But the Forbidden Chamber doesn't open from the inside. So what you're saying makes no sense. Right?
Someone on the outside opened the door for you, isn't that right?
Yup, that's right, Mr. Blackjack. The door suddenly sprung right open.
Hold it!
Sprung right open? Who was on the other side?
Didn't get a good look on account of the sudden glare.
Oh yeah, the only other person that has a key.
Like how the reflection from my head blinds fellow moviegoers emerging from the dark.
That's when I snatched the staff and made my daring escape. And then that little maid gal spotted me as I hightailed it down the hall.
The chamber wasn't open until after the crime was discovered.
But wait! We still don't know who opened it. Maybe there really was a third person in the Fox chamber,
Objection!
Well, you little Tanuki, when the Forbidden Chamber opened, did you see the accused passed out there?
Nope. The only one there was the alderman, and he was dead as a doornail.
If the accused wasn't there, what do you suppose he was up to?
I don't like where this is going.
Oh, don't tell me.
Plainly, the only one who could have opened the Forbidden Chamber was the accused, Damien Tenma.
Hold it!
Wait a second. There had to be somebody else besides me or Tenda there.
Really? Who might that be?
Well, that would be.
Objection!
It seems our feisty little ass has forgotten the most important thing. Evidence.
Get blocked. I didn't forget. I was just testing your attention to details.
Miss Sykes, you can't prove your point without a proof of some sort. It's a proven fact.
Sorry, guess I put my foot in my mouth again.
No, Athena, we're definitely onto something here.
We are?
Yeah, suck. Think about it. If Filch was stuck inside the Forbidden Chamber, one of the alibis we heard would no longer hold any water. The defense would like to call a new witness to the stand. Someone who knew Mr. Filch was stuck in the Forbidden Chamber. And by virtue of knowing this, has an alibi that no longer adds up.
Ah, not that insufferable.
Yes.
Very well. The court will hear what Mr. Justice has to say. Whose alibi no longer shows up? And why is it truthfully left? Why, that's the defendant's aide, Florent Lebelais. Didn't he claim to be in the foyer at the time of the crime?
True, but in his alibi, he also claimed Mr. Filch was in the foyer, too. However, as we all know, Mr. Filch was not there with Mr. LaBelle at the time. In short, Mr. LaBelle's alibi has disappeared. Laurent LaBelle's alibi was one big lie. Isn't that right, Mr. Filch?
I reckon there ain't no keeping that cat in the bag here neither. It was all Mr. LaBelle's idea. He told me he'd button his lip around me breaking into the Forbidden Chamber. And in return, he said we'd vouch for each other's alibi.
Shame on you, Mr. Filch. Perjury is a serious crime.
All cops are bastards. Fuck you.
Correct, but I'm a judge, bitch.
Oh, shucks, your mercy, your honorship mercy.
I also assert that the person who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch was none other than Florent LaBelle. After all, his alibi has just been proven to be a complete fabrication.
I see. We will take a 20-minute recess. Until Blackwell smacks me and makes it 2 minutes. Then, LaBelle has to say for themselves.
Yes! We're finally going to drag that slippery snake onto the stand.
In the meantime, the prosecution will question Mr. LaBelle about these new allegations.
April 18th, 10:25 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby. Number 3.
We did it, Apollo. We finally dragged Mr. LaBelle into court.
Yeah.
Hey, why the long face?
I can't help but feel I'm missing something important. Plus, Prosecutor Blackwell's bound to mount a counterattack.
You really are a worrywart, aren't you? It'll be fine. Just believe in my teeth. That mystery figure who opened the Forbidden Chamber for Mr. Filch had to have been Florent LaBelle.
Yeah, I know, but that's not what's bugging me. I wish I could put my finger on it, though.
At any rate, the big showdown with Mr. LaBelle is up next, so chin up, Apollo.
Sounds good, MPT. Hope you have a good night. Get yourself some rest.
April 19th, 11 a.m.
We'll see you
District
Wednesday.
Court, courtroom number 4.
Court is back in session. Our next witness is... Yes? I'm acting on behalf of the mayor in this very important matter. Seems the witness is predisposed. Ah! Early jest. I will hold you to your promise. Remember that. Oh, my deepest apology. This is Florent LaBelle, personal of aid to Mayor Tenma, or should I say, the accused.
Ouch. Like the poor mayor hasn't suffered enough.
Well, what business do you have with me? I'm very busy. Let's make this brief as possible.
Your boldness.
Ah, right. Mr. Filch's testimonies revealed a hole in your alibi. And for this reason, you are suspected of having some sort of connection with the case at hand. To think I'd be associated with this entirely lurid affair. Well, I'm not. So may I go now? I have very important matters to attend to.
Objection!
I don't think so, Mr. LaBelle. Do you realize what a serious crime you've committed?
Witness, you are accused of perjury. This is your chance to clear the air. Fine. Truth is, I faked my alibi for a very good reason. The mayor was obviously the killer. I created a fake alibi to confuse the matter. You see, as his personal aide, I felt I had to protect him. Sorry, silly Billy.
You think this is funny? You're fucking laughing? Without your alibi, you're a suspect too. What were you really doing at the time of the crime?
Haven't. How dare you accuse me?
Oh shit, you got her pissed off.
Oh, when you tell the court what you were really doing at the time of the crime.
Silence.
Go pluck yourself, chicken wing.
Enough jabbering. Swords have been drawn. The time for talk is past.
Swords? What swords?
It is a duel to the death. The fate of the accused rests in our hands.
Liquid Swords? Best hip hop album of all time? Damn right.
Begone, ye of cowardly heart! The battlefield hath no place for ye.
Again?
Oh my. Spare me, please.
So much for sturdier shackles. Ugh.
Those chains hindered my vow that heads will roll this day.
That was the point.
This gives keeping your head on in court a whole new meaning. What is my upper lip doing? Am I having a stroke?
Head on, applied directly to the forehead. Head on,
Apply
applied
directly to the forehead.
Will the witness please deliver the accused's death knell? You know of what I speak.
Most certainly. His goose is already cooked. Time to stick a fork in it.
Whatever he has to say can't be good.
As I told Prosecutor Blackwell during the recess, I rushed right to the fox chamber when I heard little Jinxie scream.
What?
Then, drumroll please, I saw Mayor Tenma opening the forbidden chamber doors.
But
There you have it. The mystery man who opened the chamber door, as witnessed by one Phineas Filch. It was the accused. There was never any third party.
And that's not all. I heard something quite startling there at the scene of the crime.
startling sounds bad.
The mayor, who was barely conscious, muttered this. Forgive me, Jinxie. I killed the aldermans. That's right. The mayor actually confessed to the murder right then and there. He confessed? Order in the court. This is quite conclusive testimony, if it stands.
Just so, and quite astonishing, I might add. I only learned of this fact during the recess.
I just love the private. Oh, yeah? That's why I saved the best for last. Consider it a gift from me to you.
Hey, I don't believe Mr. Lavelle heard the mayor confess.
But is this really true? Did Mayor Tenma really confess?
I guess we'll have to find out next time. Next week.
Next time, yeah. All right, that's out of my system now.
Next time.
True.
Yeah, I'm now catching up on chat, and apparently I also made NPT do a spit take.
Oh, I was that one was on me.
Oh,
But hey, good work, everybody. Let's give us a little bit of a send off. Tony, I know you're the sleepiest. Go ahead, do y'all thing, girl.
Yep. Art, fighting games, and whatever. It's me, Own Your Heart. I got nothing going on right now, but there will be something in the future sometime.
I'm proud of you, Oni. When you're not working so much, you should come over for dinner.
Yeah.
Make you some burgers.
Yeah.
When I'm not working so much, I should come over for dinner and you should make me burgers.
Speaking of loving that beef, it's Lonnie Akea.
Hey! Hi, I am Lonnie Akea, the voice of Tracy Wright and Widget. I had a couple of lines today, and they were good. Hi, how are you doing? I occasionally stream, but not for a little while more. I took half a year off at this point, and honestly, I want to get back to it, but at the same time, it's refreshing. Hey, you, the person who is listening to this right now, you're awesome, and you should be good to the people around you. That's what I got.
Excellent. Shy, anything to add?
I mean, if you're going to make lawn burgers, I'll take some of those cookies.
I ain't making anyone anything. Get out of here. What are you doing in my house?
Maple syrup hunting, the usual.
Don't have any. Used it all.
No doubt. Hi, I am Shy. I'm still working on getting some stuff together, and I'm also helping Lon getting her things together. That's usually a common occurrence, by the way. Hint, hint, hee hee. And,
No cookies.
That's kind of where I'm at. We're trying to get her stuff all reset up, and I'm fighting to get my stuff all set up. So yeah, we're definitely just having a setup party. And we hope to be back before you know it. Better than ever. So until then, thank you very much for coming. I had a great time, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Sharkmeister General. Big Dad energy in the chat.
I'm a big dad? What? Almost like I know Kung Fu and how to be a terrible, effeminate stereotype. I did my best, Lon. I hope you're proud of me.
I'm proud of you.
I am.
Thank you. That gets me in that pumping thing behind my tits. Anyway, hi, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I haven't streamed in over a year. I'm still here the weeks that I can when I'm not completely overworked and trying to buy a house. So tell your people just how you feel and let everybody know that you love them, because you never know if you'll be on the next stream. So be well. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll catch you next week. Later, fam.
Gone. Senor Chris Rees, take it away.
Hi, I'm Chris Reeves. I lead the Wright group, but some Final Fantasy 14. I'm also planning to do more RPG long plays once I finish moving. But for now, be excellent to each other.
True. All right, friendos, y'all know me. I'm going to bed. We are off tomorrow, and I will be back Wednesday. I have to go take care of more cats to get spayed and neutered. All right. If you haven't joined us in the Discord, easiest way to keep track of what we got going on. There's the YouTube, if you want to catch up on what you may or may not have missed. Tea drinkers, check out the blends we put together with our friends over at Adagio, proceeds benefiting the Trevor Project. Check out my wife's art and crafts. She's hella fucking talented. And if you want to support the stream and streamer and, I don't know, fucking be a real one, get yourself extra cooking votes, feel free to check out the Throne wish list. But for now, I will find someone for us to raid and we will call it a night. Y'all take care.
Have that many super severe hyper-focus triggers, but like civilization, patrician, satisfactory, I cannot play. Too many days will disappear.
Yeah, you should talk to Putin Surly about that.
I don't want to because I need that many days to not disappear.
You know what? I want credit for this. Trad and I were struggling to pick out a game to play on Sunday, and you know what I fucking did to him?
Go on.
I hit him with the Final Fantasy 14 meme. Like, I suckered him in real good.
God damn it.
Dude, he was so
Nice
mad.
one.
He was so fucking mad. I thought he was gonna just, like, get up and leave.
I mean, that would have been the correct decision, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah, there's new emotes, by the way. There's 3 of them. Anyway, we're going to go say hi to Seahorse, who, if I'm looking at this correctly, is headed to the end of Yakuza Like a Dragon. So, go say hi to Seahorse. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.